Hello, dears, and welcome back to Benidorm News Update. It's officially calendar autumn, and tomorrow you will see a video on how Benidorm city center busiest bars are looking like on the 1st of September. But so far, let's talk about the latest, most fresh news about the situation in tourism. Obviously, you can already see that there's way less people in a lot of countries on 1st of September. School started, and I know in some of them it started even earlier, especially in US, where it was starting from like mid towards the end of August. Here is still not the case. We still have pretty much 10 days to go before the school year will officially start. And there's going to be quite a few interesting events going on shortly here in Benidorm. First of all, tomorrow, the 2nd of September, we were supposed to have a very nice event, which was a Euro marathon, which was a solidarity marathon when people were just giving up €1 in order to participate in this marathon. And this money was supposed to be destinated towards the November fiestas of Benidorm to have a nicer decoration, to have way more maybe activities for children, etc. However, it will be cancelled due to a recent information about which we'll talk in the weather forecast towards the end of this video. Apart from this event, from 4th till 10th of September, there's going to be a Benidorm Pride, which is a Pride week during which there's a lot of different events at specific bars. There is a whole program for it. If you want to participate, just put it Benidorm Pride 2023, and it will just give you all the program for the celebration days. The most important thing that you should know is that probably there's going to be way more than 20,000 people participating, which is a huge amount, maybe even more than last year it was. Next Saturday, on the 9th of September, there's going to be a big parade at 5 p.m. starting from the Rincon de Loic, going throughout all the entire Levante Beach, and then ending up as usual at the municipal hall, at the town hall of Benidorm. And then there's going to be pink party. There's going to be pink parties going on. There's going to be a lot of different things. That a white party. There's going to be at Benidorm Palace some celebration at one of the hotels. So a lot of interesting parties and events will be going on this week. But the most important one is a parade, 9th of September, Saturday at 5 p.m. starting from the Rincon de Loic. A lot of nice music. A lot of people will be there. Last year we filmed it, actually. If you did not see it, last year we filmed it. You have a video right here in the description in the first comment. And there you can see how it was looking like. There's going to be a lot of people from Italy, from France, especially this year, and hotels will be of around 98% of capacity for this celebration. So we will be quite full the next week. So no breath of fresh air, no, like quiet holidays so far, because a lot of different events just keep the business going and people keep coming to Benidorm even right now in September. The second news that I wanted to share with you all comes from Benidorm. Surprise, surprise. And this is the news that it's already the end of calendar summer. During summer, we had some unpleasant news. We had different newspapers talking about the issue that we've had on different beach areas in Benidorm, which is the pre-booking of space with umbrellas. What happened with it? Eventually, we got to know that there has been not a single fine put in place. There has been not a single, like taking of the umbrellas and just keeping them somewhere else before people will come and claim them. Nothing has been done. And the most important thing is that there is still no fine for it. Whilst other municipal areas and towns and cities and touristic villages especially, they put a fine up until €3,000 if they see that you've pre-booked a space and you're not actually here for a long time, or they just take your belongings like the umbrella and the chair and they store it in a specific place where you can come and claim it back, but next time they'll just won't give it back to you. And here, as nothing ever happened. Actually, the local newspaper has been talking with Benidorm's town hall, and it's very, very important. It's like a game, who is the liar here? One thing is what we see on the beach of Benidorm, and I think we all see that people are booking the places on the first line of the beach as crazy from early, early morning. Like from 6 in the morning, it's already pre-booked. So it's impossible to get a good space, especially in the most popular areas. But the town hall, what it's saying is that they're not denying that the problem exists. What they are actually saying is that all this is not an issue in Benidorm, that the issue is not real, and all this has been taken out of the context and has been made like worse by the British media, and that Spanish are not putting the umbrellas on the beach to pre-book, and especially not to feel British unwelcome, which this part is true. It's not for them. It's like it's not being done on purpose. However, the part that there's no umbrellas pre-booking the beach, I mean, have they been to the beach at all? Like, we see a lot of things that they should be seeing as well. They live in Benidorm, all the ministers, and they still dare to say that people are not booking and it's not a big issue. I don't know. Someone is lying here, so it's for each one of us already to decide who is the liar in this case. However, I think it's pretty obvious because the issue is here and it has been here every single summer since the tourism kicked in Benidorm, which was about 1950s, 60s. So yeah, this is what's going on. The last news that I wanted to share with you all is about the electric scooters. Not the mobility ones, but these type of electric scooters. And Benidorm has published officially all the measures that need to be taken if you want to have an electric scooter in Benidorm. The curious thing and what you need to know is these measures are only valid in Benidorm town. So what's happening is that a lot of people are booking their scooter, let's say here in Albir or somewhere around Benidorm and Finistrad, and then they come here to Benidorm. They don't use a helmet, they don't use anything, they don't have a lot of things for which they can get a fine, and even police can take potentially the mobility scooter and immobilize it, like leave it without being able to be touched up until the company will claim it, will take it, and obviously pay a fine because they've rented it for a person and did not explain what is mandatory and obligatory. So for all those of you who are planning to rent just a typical electric scooter like that one you've just seen, these are the new measures and these are the rules. The most important one, a lot of people don't know, it's for minimum 16 years old. So for 16 and over that age, yes, you can rent it. Less than 16 years old, it's not possible to use this type of electric scooters. The back light of it as well needs to be working, because this is how you see that a person is actually putting or pressing a brake. So the back light needs to be visible, and especially for nighttime too. The sound, like the click, the click on the sound on the front like wheel part, also should be available and working fully and totally. Obviously, the person needs to have like this specific vest, that you have in vehicles that you need to put when you have an emergency. This type of vest of fabric, and you also need to wear obligatory a helmet. If you don't have a helmet or a vest, it's not possible to circulate down Benidorm town. Very, very important thing. Also, a lot of these rules, they do also apply for mobility scooters. So always ask the company you rent it in, what are the rules in Benidorm, because a lot of people have gotten fines during their holidays here in town. Next rule for the scooters is obligatory insurance. If it's your mobility scooter, then you need, like electric scooter, then you need to have an insurance for it. If it's not yours, the company needs to have it insured, and they need to give a specific paper with the reservation confirmation where it actually states that this vehicle has been insured. And not a lot of people have it or know it, so bear that in mind. Also, you cannot circulate in the areas that coexist with people walking. It's the same as bicycle or for mobility scooters. You cannot potentially go down the pedestrian areas, down all the places where people are naturally walking, not using any kind of transport. It's forbidden strictly to use these areas. You need to go by bicycle trails. You need to go by the areas that are for vehicles, or especially like designed areas, which are mostly bicycle trails for it. If not, you're not able to go down any other area where pedestrians are walking, because it's quite dangerous. There's a lot of children, there's a lot of elderly people, opes, grandmas, grandpas. There's a lot of, even people are walking with small dogs, especially it's difficult for children, because you never know where they might cross and there might be a disaster. So bear that in mind. Apart from it, maximum 30 kilometers per hour. Let's take the a little bit like this because the sun is not shining too much right now. Maximum 30 kilometers per hour speed or less in the specifically stated area. So if it's a zone for 10 kilometers per hour, have to go 10 kilometers per hour. If it's 20, it's 20. If it's 30, it's 30. If it's more, maximum that you can go is 30. Okay, because a lot of people have made tricks so that the vehicle could potentially go by a higher speed, and this has been tracked. So a lot of people are getting quite unpleasant fines right now. First of all, when they stop you, obviously it's not a fine. They're just explaining you all the rules. They're giving you a paper like you've been informed. Second time, if they identify you, if they see you still did not change anything, that's when they actually give a fine and take away your electric scooter. So take that into consideration, please. Whenever you rent something like that, always ask the company. The company doesn't care. They'll just rent it for you. They don't care what's going to be happening with you, if you're going to pay a fine or not. A lot of them even have scooters that are not in the best condition, I must say, so it's even dangerous. So always check it out. Always ask what the rules are. Always ask for the paperwork to be with you, to give you one of the copies, to make sure you won't have any issues while using this transport in Benidorm town. And this applies also to a lot of other areas in Spain. Not as strict, but basic rules are everywhere. And now let's talk about the weather. This is one of the key points why tomorrow's event has been cancelled. And this is historical thing, the worst one in the last 20 to 30 years. What will be happening, you're about to know. The weather so far is, well, technically ideal, I must say. However, it's going to be all changing by today's evening time. First of all, what you need to know is it's going to be raining today night and tomorrow, and this will be a very, very big storm. So you don't need to bring any kind of umbrellas. However, you might be willing to buy any kind of small raincoat in one of the Chinese bazaars, just in case, if you will be coming on these days and if you want to explore the town, even if it's raining. This is the worst historical day now here in Spain in about 20 to 30 years, so it should be raining quite a lot. We'll see if it actually will be the case, or if it's not going to be as bad as everyone are telling us. As for the temperatures, it's going to be quite nice and warm. However, just today, by tomorrow the temperatures will drop by up until 25 to 27 degrees, and then after the rain will pass by Monday, which is when the sunshine will be back again to our region. We will have around 30 degrees once again for all the rest of the week. The water temperature is slightly more chilly. It's of about 27.4, and it might drop a degree or a half of degree, degree and a half, more or less up until 25, 26 during the storm that is about to come to Spain. Although you couldn't tell it as for now because it's sunny, nice and warm. Thank you for accompanying us on today's Benidorm news update. We wish you a lovely, lovely weekend, and we'll see each other in a new video tomorrow. Bye, dears.